Isaac Lane, and it's official, y'all. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have signed Baker Mayfield to the roster, and they have signed him with the hopes of him being able to secure QB1. Now, I've been scrolling on social media, been listening on the radio, and feelings seem to be mixed. We have mixed feelings concerning Baker Mayfield. Surprisingly, most fans are concerned about the move. Let me explain to you 3 reasons why Baker Mayfield to the Buccaneers makes all the sense in the world. Number 1, Baker Mayfield brings much needed, emphasis on needed, attitude to an underperforming offensive unit. Buccaneers was rated extremely low as it relates to their points per game, especially in comparison to the previous season and their Super Bowl season. The offense was lethargic. The offense didn't hardly show or express any emotion. The offense was lackadaisical for the majority of the season. And even with Tom Brady's attitude and him going psycho Tom at times, everyone could tell that the offense was off, not just from a playmaking perspective, but from an attitude perspective. We won't have that problem with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield brings swag. Well, Isaac, swag doesn't win football games. You're right. Swag alone doesn't win football games. But when you have a stoic for a head coach in Todd Bowles who shows no emotion, I believe it's going to help elevate the confidence and the camaraderie of that offensive unit when you have a baller like Baker Mayfield playing quarterback. He's going to bring confidence. He's going to bring attitude. He's going to bring swag. And if the offense isn't anything else, best believe this offensive unit will be fun to watch. Reason number 2, this was a great move for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I believe it's going to fit well, is because he's light years better than the quarterback we had on roster. He's light years better than Kyle Trask. Everybody tells me, oh, look what Kyle Trask did in college. Look what Baker Mayfield did. He was number 1 overall. All right. We're talking about Baker Mayfield, the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Not only is he light years better than Kyle Trask, he is light years better, I think, than any other available quarterback that we could have brought to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team outside of Derek Carr, who I would have picked Baker over Carr anyway, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Kyle Trask, when he played in the preseason, he looked bad. When he got in sparingly during the season, he didn't look. I do not trust Kyle Trask as my quarterback. And anybody who's a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan who looks you in the face and says that they trust Kyle Trask to be their quarterback is lying to you. They're only saying that because most of Buccaneer fans in Tampa, at least, are Florida Gator fans. And they're taking their Gator bait. They're taking their Gator bait bias and trying to project it on what this team needs. This team did not need Kyle Trask. This team needed somebody who could make plays. Number 3, the reason why Baker Mayfield is a great move for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is because he knows how to win a playoff game. I said it. He knows how to win the playoff game. Did you not know that now there's only one quarterback in the NFC South who's won a playoff game? That's Baker Mayfield, buddy. Yeah, Baker Mayfield. Derek Carr played a decade for the Raiders and won 0 playoff games and only played in 1 playoff game in 10 freaking years. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And when we look at the Panthers, they don't even have a quarterback. They're going to draft a rookie, probably a Richardson or Stroud. Buccaneers have just positioned themselves to win the division. He knows how to win a playoff game. Must I remind you guys that the Cleveland Browns were the toilet bowl of football, let alone sports? And then they drafted Baker Mayfield. And what did Baker Mayfield do? He took him to the playoffs. Not only did he take him to the playoffs, he took him to the playoffs for the first time in 26 years. Not only did he take him to the playoffs, but he won a stinking playoff game. And he could have won 2. But defense came up short for him. So technically, we have, when it counts, the most experienced quarterback now in the NFC South. Last but not least, this was a great move because I repeat, I'll take him over Derek Carr any day, and simply because of that reason. I've seen Derek Carr play in the playoffs one time, and he got mollywopped. I've seen Baker Mayfield play in the playoffs, and I've seen him win a playoff game. And when you get Baker Mayfield on the field with a guy like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Rachaad White, I believe that the sky is the limit. Now, the reason why many people don't think this is a great move is because we're comparing him to what we previously had. We had the greatest of all time in Tom Brady. So, of course, this quarterback from around the way, he's not going to look that appealing. That's like you've been dating Rihanna for 4 years, and then you move on to the girl across the street. Of course, it's not going to look that appealing. All right, everything is relative. Put things in proper context. No, he's not Tom Brady. He's not going to be an all-time great, but he is definitely a step up than what we had on our roster. And the Buccaneers officially have the best offense in the NFC South. And that's all that counts, brothers and sisters. Can we win our division? And I favor Baker Mayfield way ahead of Kyle Trask. And Baker Mayfield is going to prove it during the offseason, during training camp, and he's going to prove it throughout this year. He signed for 1 year, I believe like $8.5 million. This is a prove yourself contract. We win in the end. I believe it was a great choice. We didn't have money to go after big fishes. We took who we could get. He was the best available. I believe he's got more value than Jimmy G and more value than Derek Carr. And I believe he's only 26, 27 years old. Bucks, this is a big win. Let's go. Listen, we're back. Hot Button Sports Show. Do me a favor. Hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe. I holla.